Greetings from the Minnesota P.E.O. Membership Committee. This year has been full of adventures and challenges. You and your chapter may be looking for some fresh ideas for how to spice up your chapter's online programs and socials. Your Minnesota P.E.O. Membership Committee is here to support you. Perhaps your chapter is looking for ways to find new sisters. Whether this is through unaffiliates or identifying new sisters in your community, our hope is that this presentation will inspire your sisters, deepen the connections within your chapter, and enrich your membership. I would like to begin by introducing you to the current members of the Minnesota P.E.O. Membership Committee. I'm the Minnesota Membership Chair, Michelle Heisen from Chapter FP and Shakopee.
Hi, I'm Chris Swanson from Chapter CK in Rochester.
And I'm Nancy Neal from Chapter FQ in Park Rapids.
My name is Elizabeth Rowley, and I'm from Chapter ED in Grand Rapids.
And I'm Sally Oberstar from Chapter ER, Lake Vermilion.
I truly appreciate their hard work as we've supported membership goals in Minnesota. Thank you, sisters, for your gift of time and effort, which you have so graciously given to the sisterhood.
As we look towards the future, I am sure that many sisters are looking for ideas on how their chapter can stay connected and spice up their meetings in this socially distanced world. The membership committee would like to share a variety of ideas which may bring a different flavor to your meetings. These include get to know you questions, sweet thoughts social, bingo, give one, take one fortunes, a park pop-up gathering, or an online intro to PEO. These are all ideas which have been successfully used by other Minnesota chapters. If you have questions following the presentation, please reach out to the Minnesota PEO Membership Committee. We are here to support you. Get to know you questions. This program can be done in person or via Zoom. You could conduct this as a program or for under the good of the chapter at several meetings. A few days before your chapter's meeting, send an email to your sisters with the question or questions for the next meeting. This will be a wonderful reminder about the upcoming meeting and give people time to think about how they will answer the question. In some cases, sisters may choose to bring an item to share with the chapter. This can be a great get to know you program. Things I like about it is that it gives everyone a chance to share and a way to learn different things about your sisters. Some of these lend themselves to show and tell, which will encourage conversation amongst your sisters. Sisters which have worked well for other chapters include, what is the best gift you have ever given or received? What is something you learned in the past year? What is something you seldom used during the pandemic? What is a modern convenience that you would hate to live without? What is something old that you still use? The Sweet Thoughts Social. To bring a little sweetness to an upcoming meeting, your chapter may like to try Sweet Thoughts Social. Prior to the social, each sister is asked to send her favorite dessert recipe to the hostess. During the gathering, the hostess asks each sister to share their favorite M&M color. Based on their favorite M&M color, each sister will be asked to talk about the following: red, her hometown; green, her hobbies; yellow, which job she liked or disliked the most and why; blue, something she learned from her parents; orange, description of her favorite meal; brown, something she would like to learn now. Once each sister has had an opportunity to share her favorite M&M color and corresponding story, then each sister will share her favorite dessert or go-to sweet, or may talk about the recipe she sent to the hostess. After the meeting, the hostess will distribute all the recipes to the chapter members. This is a fun and tasty way to get to know your sisters better.
Bingo! Bingo game night to your sisters via Zoom or Google Meet. Send the link of this slide to your sisters and ask them to either use this link to generate bingo cards or use a bingo card they already have. Encourage your sisters to generate their cards prior to the meeting so that they are ready when it's time to play. You will want to tell them how many rounds that you plan to play. Perhaps you plan to play 5 rounds. Then please ask your sisters to print at least 5 cards. Based on past experience, we would recommend that sisters play no more than 4 cards per round and print no more than 2 cards per page. The website can also be used to randomly generate the numbers. The hostess can call the numbers and validate the winning cards. Deliver fun prizes to celebrate your winners. What a fun way to connect after the program. The hostess can deliver the prizes to the winners after the event and congratulate them on their win. Prizes can be a favorite candy, a small plant, a gift card for a cup of coffee. Be creative and have fun with it. Give one, take one fortunes. Everyone loves to get something fun in the mail. Sending a greeting card to each member of your chapter with 2 fortunes inside. Encourage your sisters to keep a fortune and to send the second fortune to another member of the chapter. Just a fun way to stay connected and send some positive messages to other sisters. This is also a good way to reach out to sisters who have not been able to attend a meeting and to let them know you are thinking of them. You may want to include a note which includes details about the next meeting and express that you are looking forward to seeing that sister.
Park pop-up gathering. Invite 5 to 7 of your chapter members to meet in a local park. Ask sisters to bring their own lawn chairs so you can sit 6 feet apart. This is a good opportunity to mix people up and give sisters the opportunity to get to know sisters who may not be able to attend meetings regularly or are new to P.E.O. or your chapter. Keep the list of attendees a secret until the sisters arrive at your local park. People love the surprise of seeing who was invited to attend. Ask for RSVPs so you know how many sisters to expect. This will also give you the opportunity to invite others if someone is not able to attend. Bring some conversation starters to get the conversation going and let it go from there. An online intro to P.E.O. Women are looking for an opportunity to connect with other women and to make a difference in their community. For some, it may be easier or more comfortable to join an online meeting for an hour to learn more about P.E.O. You can also leverage the technology to share videos from the P.E.O. International website, such as videos highlighting Cottey College or project recipients. Begin by brainstorming a list of women in your community that you and your chapter would like to introduce to P.E.O. There are tools on the P.E.O. International website, such as Frank's List, which may help your chapter develop a list of potential members. Host an online meeting where members of your chapter can share their enthusiasm about P.E.O., your chapter's activities, and information about the P.E.O. projects. Women should leave with an understanding of how P.E.O. has made a difference in your local community and the camaraderie they will find in your chapter. Follow-up is critical. Check in with the participants to see if they have questions or would like to learn more about membership. Leave the door open if the time is not right for them, or they would prefer to wait until your chapter is meeting in person. If the time is not right, suggest that a member of your chapter will reach out in 3 months to see if the timing has improved. Now, let's go find the others. We will continue with a conversation about inclusivity, tools that will help you connect with unaffiliated sisters in your community, and introduce the new online mapping tool on the P.E.O. International website.
As you will hear throughout this weekend, for the health of our chapters and our sisterhood, we would encourage all sisters to look at their chapters and consider how we can improve the inclusiveness of our sisterhood. Inclusiveness takes many forms. What is the average age of your chapter's membership? Do you have a variety of ages? Or does your chapter's membership lean towards a particular age group? Think about women who are 10 years older or younger than you. Expanding the representation of ages within your chapter will not happen overnight, but by looking for members who are 10 years older or younger than you, you can deepen and broaden the life experiences represented in your chapter. How about interests outside of P.E.O.? Think of the women in your life who you've met at church, while volunteering at your children's school, or at book club. Invite them to your chapter's next social. The hobbies and interests of these women will broaden the experiences of your chapter. Religion. As P.E.Os, we are all committed to support P.E.O's mission of helping women improve their lives through education. As you look at our history, we are reminded that it started in the 1800s in Iowa. So it's not surprising that P.E.O. has Christian roots. That being said, to join, you need to acknowledge your belief in God, not a specific God. We didn't ask anyone to define God, nor does P.E.O. define God for anyone. It is important that prospective members know that we use the Bible in our initiation ritual and we say the Lord's Prayer at our chapter meetings. But P.E.O. has members of all faiths and we welcome them. Inclusivity is being open to new ideas, new perspectives, with the understanding that these diverse perspectives and experiences will enrich and strengthen our chapters. For P.E.O. to continue to thrive, make a difference in our communities, and to expand the impact of our projects, we need to continue to look for ways to invite women who come from different experiences to participate in the life of our chapters. Our chapters are like families. We benefit from each other's experience. How will your chapter meet the challenges in the coming year? How could your chapter expand its inclusivity? We encourage you to bring these questions to your chapter's goal planning session. How will this influence how you think about membership and how you introduce P.E.O. to your community?
The membership committee would like to share the process we have developed for reaching out to unaffiliated sisters. I would like to share what resources are available to you as it relates to communicating with sisters who are considered to be an unaffiliate. A more detailed guide is available on the Minnesota State P.E.O. website. We encourage you to use this as a resource for future reference, and please share this information with your local membership chair. The criteria for determining who qualifies as an unaffiliate was set by International. A sister who lives more than 30 miles from her registered chapter is considered an unaffiliate, and due to distance, she may not be a participating sister. Lists are available which identify sisters that meet the unaffiliate criteria. These lists may be used by Minnesota State Membership Committee members as well as local chapters. These lists are used to reach out to unaffiliated sisters to see if those sisters are happy with their current chapter or may desire a chapter closer to home or one that meets either during the day or at night. I am considered an unaffiliated sister, and I will remain classified as such because I live in Minneapolis, which is 250 miles from my home chapter in Cook, Minnesota. Snowbirds who spend part of their year in Minnesota and say maybe part of their time in Arizona may also be considered unaffiliates if their mailing address in the winter is different from their home address. It is likely that a sister who moves from one state could be considered unaffiliated if they remain active in their original chapter. We demonstrate our loving concern by reaching out to these sisters and checking in with them. You can help facilitate their transfer and possibly offer them a chance to reconnect with the sisterhood and make new friends. We all know that a new sister can bring new experiences and ideas and can spice up the chapter. Since there are two groups who receive lists of unaffiliated sisters, it is important to understand the roles and responsibilities of each group. It is the responsibility of the State Membership Committee to provide timely, useful, and user-friendly information to chapters wishing to reach out to unaffiliated sisters in their area. It is also the committee's responsibility to actively reach out to active and inactive affiliated sisters throughout the entire state. Our goal is to reduce the number of names on the list, either by introducing a sister to a chapter which meets her needs, or by determining she really isn't unaffiliated and is actively participating in her registered chapter. Follow-up, of course, is critical to the success of this process. The work you do with the unaffiliated lists helps our sisters feel connected. Making the process work requires recording the results of your contact, alerting the unaffiliate's chapter president that you may have discovered changes such as email addresses, phone numbers, or mailing addresses, and sending the results of your contact with the unaffiliated sister to the Minnesota State Membership Committee within 60 days of contact. It is very important that the corresponding secretary of the unaffiliated sisters home chapter is asked to update International with changes to status or contact information using the online change in membership form. The change in membership form is the only way new email addresses, phone numbers, and mailing addresses can be changed. So this is a very important responsibility of the home chapter. You can identify the president of a home chapter by using the directory of presidents on the international website. So how do you do this? Well, emails seem to be the most successful first step. If a sister does not have an email address, or if the email comes back as undeliverable, try a phone call or regular mail. Contacting the sister's chapter president may also be helpful. She may have updated contact information which has not been provided to international. If one method of communication doesn't work, try another. You can find sample letters and emails that can be sent to the unaffiliated sister or her chapter president on the Minnesota website. There are 3 links on the Minnesota P.E.O. website that are very useful. The unaffiliated listings link will give you a current list of unaffiliates based on city with a Minnesota address. You could also request a custom list of unaffiliates through the Minnesota P.E.O. membership email address. You can also use this link to contact the Minnesota State Membership Committee with any questions or for guidance. You can locate local chapter presidents by visiting the international website. Please feel free to contact any one of us on the membership committee.
International has provided an online tool which can help you find a chapter based on zip code or city. Looking for a nearby chapter to sponsor a candidate or a project? This will help you find a chapter who can meet with a potential candidate in person and build a closer connection with the candidate.
Go to the membership tab on the toolbar at the top. When you hover over the tab, you'll see a drop-down menu. Access the chapter map tool by clicking on the last entry, Find a P.E.O. chapter. You've opened the chapter map page. You will see a highlighted bar where the FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions guide, can be accessed. Use this guide to answer your questions and facilitate the navigation of this resource. Just above the highlighted FAQ section, you will see a spot where you can access a larger version of the chapter map tool. By clicking on this, you will more easily read and navigate through this resource. When you're on the map page, you may receive a pop-up asking for access to your location. Normally, we do not grant access to our location when we are online, but in order to use this map, you have to answer yes. Let us explore some of the features of the chapter map. The magnifying glass in the upper left corner is the search button. This map was programmed to allow you to search by a zip code or a city name. On the right side, you'll find a plus and a minus sign. These allow you to zoom in and out on the map. We often scroll with our computer mouse when reading a document online, but using the scrolling feature with this map tool can cause problems. So remember these zoom in and zoom out buttons. Enter the desired location in the search field. In this case, we have used 78723, a zip code in the Austin, Texas area. We have zoomed in so you can read this easier. The map appears with the location tagged. There's a circle around the tagged location marker, which is a 30-mile diameter. This is considered a comfortable distance to drive for a P.E.O. chapter meeting. Within this circle are small colored circles. Do not worry about the color of the circles. Just know these circles indicate there are chapters in this area. When you click on the colored circle toward the middle in the case of a yellow circle, you will see an array of colored squares which represent individual chapters. We know that a chapter does not have a physical address, so this is not an actual location of a chapter, but the proximity of the members and where they live. You will note the squares have different colors. Use the legend in the upper right corner. It will show you if the chapter meets during the day or at night or a combination of meeting times. This legend is filterable. You can uncheck a box so that only the checked boxes will show for you. This allows you to search for chapters that will fit with your schedule. In this case, I have unchecked everything except night meetings and the search location. Sometimes the tag for the location is in your way, so you can uncheck that too. As you can see, We have narrowed our search to chapters which have night meetings. We have 4 toward the middle of our circle and 1 on the upper edge. When you click on one of the chapter boxes, you will see information pop up. The chapter identifier, when it meets, and most important, the chapter contact. The president's name, her email address, and phone number are there for you to contact. Now, let us see how you might use this map strategically. Let us say you are moving to another location, in this case, Florida. You've been transferred with your job and your new location will be on the coast near Tampa. We enter Tampa in the search field. Remember to use the Zoom In feature to better see what is there. Your job location is in the St. Petersburg area. On the map, you see a green circle over St. Pete. When you click on the colored circle, you see 4 chapters, and using the legend in the upper right-hand corner, you see that 3 meet during the day and 1 at night. Because of your job, you prefer a night meeting. Click on the blue square. You now have the information about the chapter you will want to contact so that you can continue your full participation in P.E.O. Another use for this chapter map tool is when you know a chapter sister who moves to a cooler climate in the summer to escape the heat or a warmer climate in the winter to escape the cold. If she will be gone for 2 or 3 months, she can connect with the chapter in her temporary location. Visiting a meeting will expand her family of sisters. There are many connections we can make by using this P.E.O. chapter map tool. Let us look at 6 different scenarios where we might find this resource useful. Have you moved or has your schedule changed? You can determine which chapters are in your area, and you can reach out to the chapter president to find a new home. You do not have to wait for a chapter to get in touch with you after your move. You can make the first contact yourself. Do you know a P.E.O. sister who moved? Let her know you care by sending her the chapter map link to help her find a new chapter and remain active in P.E.O. Help her learn to use it to make contact with the chapter presidents in her new area. Are you going on vacation or do you live elsewhere during the year? Identify chapters located in your temporary destination so you can keep growing your P.E.O. spirit while traveling. Sisters are sisters, no matter where they live. Have you discovered your friend or colleague is a P.E.O. but is not connected to a local chapter? Share the chapter map tool with her and help her look for a chapter in her area. You are showing your loving concern by bringing them together. Do you want to grow the impact of P.E.O.? Use the tool to link prospective members to local chapters. Do you wish your chapter was closer to home? Evaluate the area and see if it makes sense to start a new chapter. We have covered a lot of material in this session today. Please know there is a recorded tutorial available for you to watch anytime to refresh your memory about navigating this chapter map tool. This slide shows you where to find the recording, but you may also access it on the chapter map homepage just below the FAQ guide bar. When do you plan to access this chapter map tool and play around with it? You will find it a fun way to check out chapters all over our sisterhood. We know you will enjoy using this resource.